Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Papa TV Live. My name is Fred Cochran, and we are broadcasting today from the Southern Fried Gaming Expo in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm joined on the mic with Louis Bevins to my right and Elizabeth Cromwell on my left. How you guys doing?
Doing well, and you?
Not too bad. I've been pulling lots of different duties, scorekeeping and rulings and fun stuff like that, so it's been interesting. We are going to be broadcasting the women's finals here. We're going to be joining the Group 1 here in a second. And what's on the line here in the women's finals, Elizabeth?
They got a pretty good prize pool going. It's first place is $460, which is nice. Second is $275. Third can walk home with $165, and fourth place will take $110. And all of those come with swag.
What kind of swag?
Yeah, swag.
I like swag. I like money too, though. So
yeah, the top two places also get hardware. They get a nice plaque, which I believe the art on those was done by Dirty Donnie. It's the same as the art on the T-shirts,
which is pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty awesome. We want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Southern Fried Gaming Expo, for running this wonderful event. Comet Pinball, Fire Technology, Titan Pinball, Porta Pinball. There's too many to mention, so thank you for all your support of this wonderful event. This is my first time here, so it's been nothing but positive for me. What about you, Louis?
This is my second time down here. Last year I was pretty much in your shoes. This year we have enough people that have been stepping back a little bit on that, but it's always a great show, and I'm always happy to come back down.
Very cool. Obviously, we want to give a big shout out to Stern. This is a Pro Circuit Tour event for the festival here, and
for the main division.
For the main division. And obviously, if you win this event, you get buy-in automatically to the finals, which will be held in Chicago again next year. So, good luck to everybody that's participating in the main. It's fast and furious as always. And we're going to be broadcasting the first round of playoffs this evening, somewhere between 9:30 and 10. But don't hold us to that because obviously different things happen. But it should be around that time if you want to tune in, which we hope you do. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to throw it to Pete Hendricks, and our first game is going to be on Rolling Stones. And I'll tell you what, I'll pass it off to either Louis or Elizabeth if they know the rules, because I know very little in regards to Rolling Stones.
Well, actually, we're going over to Team 1.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Team 1? Oh, my fault. I saw it on the screen, so it threw me off. So Team 1, you want to tell us about the keys of the game for Team 1, Elizabeth?
Well, first off, I just want to say that all of these games in the women's division are playing brutally. These are not easy games. They are not set up easy. For Team 1, which is a game I had never seen before, you have some basic things you want to do. You want to hit the targets that are up at the top there with the soccer balls. And randomly, one on each bank will be worth 5,000 points, which is huge.
A lot of cheddar for the old games, absolutely.
So you want to shoot those drop targets. You want to shoot as many of them as you can. To restart them or to reset them, once they're completed, you want to shoot that side's outer in lane. So if you complete all of the drop targets on the left, you want to shoot the left out lane in order to reset them, and then shoot them some more.
Shooting targets is always fun.
Yeah, and because you want to hit those out lanes in order to reset them or to collect, you really want to learn to shats the in lanes. You really want to learn to alley pass. It can be really hard. Like I said, these are playing really brutal. They're playing really fast.
Well, I noticed the one thing on the game that I saw on the overhead when I first looked over here was the out lanes are super wide open. They actually took the posts out on the left and right above the out lanes, like you just went out there. So it's ridiculous. So, Louis, who do we have playing in our first round here?
So the four players we have are Amanda Broyles, as you can see up right now. We have Amy Kesting, the top seed, Virginia Hendricks, the defending champion, and Deborah Tallman.
Nice. Got actually a battle of Ohio, it looks like, on between Amy and Deborah, because they're both from Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda's from here in Georgia, and Virginia's, our hometown favorite from Pittsburgh. So,
oh, yes.
But good luck to all the competitors, and hopefully this game won't be too brutal for them. So
yeah, actually, Amanda and Brian, her husband, both run the Pinvasion tournament, so shout out to them for putting on this great event.
Absolutely. Like I said, I've heard nothing but good things, and I was glad to be able to make it down this year. And like I said, it wasn't disappointing. The pinball tournament's fantastic, but then also the free play areas upstairs, there's a couple hundred games up there. There's all kinds of different things.
vendors. There's a giant Donkey Kong machine upstairs.
Oh, Lazarus. That was insane. Yeah, there was a giant Donkey Kong up there. There was also a wrestling ring in there, which is now not there. But I was wondering who was wrestling because I was hoping that I could jump off the top rope and just, well, break all my bones in my body. What would happen? But it looked like it would be fun.
They actually have a Atlanta Pro Wrestling essentially show that's going on tonight and last night.
Yep.
So you could actually watch some good old-fashioned professional wrestling.
That would have been great. I saw it when I walked in. I was wondering who was going to be wrestling. I thought maybe it would have been like Walter Day against Billy Mitchell in the match for supremacy. So there goes Amy, who just came right into the camera to tell everybody what's up. And I just met her today, actually. She was really nice. She walked up to me, just asked me a couple questions about some classic games, and very enthusiastic and very energetic and obviously very passionate about the way she plays.
Oh, yeah.
So she's going to try to be, I don't know what the scores were on the first two players, but
it was just the first player. This is a one-player game.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I also did not catch what her score was.
Amanda had 61,490.
That seems solid.
Mm-hmm. So there's one little thing we haven't talked about, and this was something that I didn't know was going to be set this way until we actually got the game in and started setting it up, the WoW feature.
So the WoW feature is targets?
The WoW feature, if you complete a set of targets after you get 1 through 6 or all 10 of the targets and shoot the center, you get WoW. And in this game, WoW is like, wow, 50,000.
Which is a huge, like, and again, comparatively speaking, Amanda had 61,000 on her first game. If you can get 50,000 in one shot in these old games, that is a superb WoW.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the 1 through 6 is definitely the strategy to blow this up, and because then every one of those lit soccer balls, instead of being worth 5,000, are 50,000.
That's a lot of risk versus reward just getting shots.
Oh, yeah.
But definitely worth it in this game, my God. So I can't see what ball Amy's on right now, but she's at 44.8.
Amy is on ball 3 right now.
It seems like a pretty
There was
solid
also
showing.
an issue with this game, which is that the 100,000 point light in the back glass is intermittently going out. So we were all kind of watching for each other to let it, to make sure that somebody was noticing that this was rolling over. If you are,
Nice save.
damn. If you were one of the people that was lucky enough to get 200 or 300,000, those lights work. But the 100,000, you had to be real careful to watch out that you were, getting recorded for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a Classics game over in the division over in Classics, which is redundant. And I was playing pro football, and I was getting close to rolling it, and I had to ask if there was 100,000, and somebody told me there was not. And thankfully, I flailed a few seconds and didn't roll over without telling somebody, or I would have been pretty much up the creek without my 100,000 score.
Oh, yeah.
So you always want to make sure you're aware.
Oh,
nice.
Another Lazarus. My God.
Yes, but Amy is in
134.
So there it is. There you can see the 100,000 is working, but it may not work on the next person. It's very intermittent.
It's kind of wonky.
Yeah.
ball 4, and she is in the sweet spot right now. 50,000 for every one of those lit soccer ball drops she hits. So she is ready to take this game and drive off into the sunset.
Oh, so you're saying that WoW carries over between balls?
Yes.
Nice.
So Lewis was telling me this game was like Abracadabra, which is a Gottlieb. It's basically the same layout, just a different theme. And this is way better than Abracadabra. Just way better. Because you get like hundreds of thousands of points by shooting targets, which is so much fun.
Oh, yes, and it's not like you're playing like Abracadabra and you're like, oh man, if I get this drain in the outland, I get 5,000 points. And in that game, like 5,000 points is huge.
Yeah.
This game rewards you for playing long, playing well, and being accurate.
And there's
and there's a Lazarus.
More Lazarus. That's the third one we've seen so far.
Lazari.
So when you were playing this, Elizabeth, did you experience that? Hopefully you did.
Yeah, a couple of times, which was kind of amazing because there's no post there. There's nothing to really, aim for or try to strategize around.
It's that big clunky metal.
luck. It's just luck.
Yeah, just a big clunky metal. But it's a great feeling. And hopefully, I saw, I think Amy did it earlier. She had a Lazarus, and then it proceeded to go on the outlane.
yeah.
So you go from, super excited to, the agony of defeat as it was with Wide World of Sports.
So now she's at over 200,000, and we can't see that light in the way that it's cropped.
All right. Man,
Yeah.
she's killing it.
Yeah, she's good. She's really, really good.
Oh, Amy is amazing as a player.
Yeah.
Like I said, I this is my first experience in watching her, and when I was speaking with her, she was telling me how she would go to Trent's place because she's again from Columbus. Trent Augustine, a Stern distributor, and whenever games came out or they would have parties there, and she'd go over and just practice games, and obviously it shows. She's at 277.
Yeah, 280.
290, and
My goodness.
she does have the center target lit for 50,000. She popped her drops back up to start getting those 50,000s.
So I
And
noticed it's
there's
lit
a
right
three.
now. So is it intermittent on the wild target? It's flashing, or is it just because of the light bulb?
I think that's just because of the light bulb and the power in the game.
Okay, because I was going to say, because it looks like it was intermittent, kind of like with stars where it randomizes. And that was
Yeah.
a great drop catch, too.
Hey, Lewis, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is no bonus in this game.
There is no bonus.
Right.
When
so
you drain, you're done, and you get nothing.
Nudge, nudge, nudge all day because you are just what you get on the playfield is what you get.
Well, this is, like I said, I didn't know this game scored as high as it did, but she's at 320 right now. I'd say this is probably a pretty solid score that should put her in a very good position.
Yeah, this is a score that
Oh, that's a great game, and got a round of applause from the players behind. Of course, the pinball community. If you're someone new, here comes the Lazarus. No, there's your celebration. I thought it was gonna be the Lazarus, but
Right off the tip of the flipper. But 320.850 is going to be a solid score.
that would have that might be the top score on the game. Like it's very close to being the top score on the game.
Let's go ahead and check.
Lewis is going to pull up the information to see what the qualifying scores were, so we'll find out if Amy just blew it up. Well, she did, but...
Yes, she did.
is that Tilden's game? No?
No, it is.
Okay.
The high score was 467.
Oh, my
Wow.
goodness.
770.
By who?
Maritza Chirichingo?
Well,
congratulations to her. My
Yeah,
God,
seriously,
that's
I
a
didn't-
tremendous score.
come anywhere near that.
Oh, yeah.
So Virginia had a tough.
Oh.
She had a tough first two balls. My goodness, she's got 2,000 points.
She didn't tilt, though, right?
No, but the ball's been going down the middle.
Oh,
on
yeah.
both occasions where she's come down to number 4, and there goes one to the out lane. My goodness, it's not even letting her play.
Oh, yeah.
But she's laughing, but at the same time, you can see her looking to the sky. So she just needs to regroup herself,
Yep.
take a break, take a deep breath.
She does have only the 5 and 6 left, and other than those lanes, there are actually 5 and 6 targets behind the top drops.
That's it. Trap up and just think about what you want to do next. Yeah, after a couple balls like that, it does get in your head a little bit, but
Nice.
Yep.
Virginia is a pretty fun player, so she just likes to play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, she's still even smiling right now. I think she's still got one ball left. Nope. Or is that it? I think that might be it for Virginia.
I think
She
that-
must have tilted a ball then.
You can't tilt through a single ball. I did that yesterday.
You
Yeah.
can or can't?
You can.
You can. That's what I thought. Okay. That's what
Yeah,
I
if you tilt, you do lose an extra ball. So essentially the game tilts through for you.
All right. So just to give, we talked about the high score on top score. What's this game again? I forgot what it's called. Top score.
T1 is what the
Team one.
abbreviated
I was
is.
thinking
Yeah,
top
Team
score.
1.
I don't know why I was thinking top score. But Amy actually had the third overall score during qualifying at 334,000. So she's no stranger to blowing this game up. So
Yeah.
Deborah Tallman's up now, and she is also from Columbus, Ohio. And she won the Classics tournament down in OBX back in November. She stomped John Replicol in the finals, a local Pittsburgh guy, and she reminds him every time she plays him or sees him.
I do have to tell you, beating John at literally any game it's awesome. it feels so good.
So for anybody who's actually tunes in and watches our show on a regular basis knows that John and I mess with him as much as possible when we're playing because I have to throw him off somehow. So I do nothing but insult him the whole time, hoping he gets mad, but he's such a nice guy, he never gets mad, and he just stomps me. And that's just kind of how it works. So, but it's all in good fun.
Exactly.
So we got Deborah on ball 2.
And there's 1 through 6, so she's got herself into the wow phase.
Nice save. Nice little tip slap. Oh, man.
Oh,
right down the
graze
middle.
off the bumper.
Games play well here. I was.
Oh, they do.
I didn't get a chance to play anything over in the classics area, or the. I didn't get a chance during setup to play any of the women's games, but they played. They looked like they played pretty fair, but tough as well.
Yeah.
No.
No.
They were not fair. Like, look at the scores on Rolling Stones. There is nothing fair about.
Well, playing
what's going
Rolling
on
Stones
Rolling
in general is not fair. But
Yeah, that is true.
And the only good thing it's not there is my head's not on it. So you guys didn't get a chance to bash me in the face. Oh.
We do that enough, Fred.
Yeah, I know. You guys like it. It's cool. Switball, I think she's on 4 maybe.
Yes. So right now, score she's trying to chase is 61-490.
No, she was on 5.
That was 5. So after game 1, Amy walks away with a commanding win with 320,850. Amanda Broyles takes second with 61-490. Deborah Tallman third with the 45-560 UC. And last, Virginia Hendricks with 24-200.
I noticed that Deborah, she's wearing gloves now. It seems like a lot more players are going with the gloves to protect their hands or not get germs or what have you. So.
Hey, so you can now, brand new, advertise on Papa TV. Our YouTube channel has over 3 million views. Our videos have accumulated over 26 million minutes of views, which we worked out earlier is like 800-something days worth of viewing. You can reach your audience. We have competitive rates available. There's still spots left to advertise during our Pinburg broadcast. And if you want to just advertise like a local event, that's going to be really, really inexpensive for you. So reach out to sales@papa.org. Let us know what you're looking for, and we'll let you know what that will run.
Fantastic. That's exciting. Didn't know about that. And then, as you see on the screen, Replay FX, it's a little less than it's about a month and a half away, which seems surreal to me because it seems like we just finished last year's.
Only a month and a half.
So July 26th through the 29th, tickets are available. Unfortunately, the pinball tournament is sold out, but the festival, there are plenty of tickets available, and we hope that you show up because there are so many more things besides the pinball tournament. Well, there's 3 pinball tournaments. There's the main Pinburg tournament, the Intergalactic tournament, which is open to anyone, and then the women's tournament, which is exciting. That's sold out in pretty short order.
Yeah.
36 minutes.
Yeah, 35 minutes.
Sweet. And there's, Keith Elwin is giving away his pinball machine and some cash.
That's going to have the Women's International Pinball Tournament is going to have the largest cash prize pool of any women's tournament in history.
Phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And people want a piece of that.
They do.
As shown by the sellout so quickly. So Group 1, after game 1 of 3, we've got Amy Kesting with 4 points, Amanda Broyles with 2, Deborah Tallman with 1, and Virginia with 0. Group 2, first game was on Wildfire, Sunshine Bond from New York with 4 points, Elisa Parks from Chicago with 2, Abby Terhune, not sure where Abby's from. Elizabeth, maybe you know? I'm not sure.
I don't. I did not get the pleasure of meeting her.
And then Maritza Chirichingo, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, with 0 points after Group 1 in Game 1.
And speaking of Rolling Stones, we are off to the Rolling Stones.
All right, Lewis, you're going to be giving me the rules of this game because I don't know anything.
All right. So, Rolling Stones is definitely one of Stern's more brutal games. This is something that you could set up brutally, but you also have the fact that there's a lot of tight shots, there's a lot of dangerous targets you need to hit, and all in all, it makes this for a very brutal game. Elizabeth, do you have the keys to the game?
I do. So you want to hit the Fred target. I'm sorry, the Mick target.
Mick on a stick.
He moves a lot like Batman, the Crane in Batman Dark Knight does. He moves across the playfield. You can see that big slot there. You want to hit him at every little stop that he has. Every one of those lit arrows is a place that you want to hit Mick with the ball. That'll start album multi-ball. And then there's another multi-ball in there that is Rockstar multi-ball. And that's started by completing the Rockstar star targets. Beyond that, you want to shoot the ramps and spell Rolling Stones. When that's completed, the mode licks will start. And then all of your shots will be lit for good, which is a great way to get some points. And then there's records make me happy. Shooting the play record shot will progress and eventually start a record mode. During those modes, if you shoot the lit record shots, you score a lot of points.
That's always good.
By the way, I did none of those things when I played Rolling Stone. I just didn't get any of that.
Just as a reminder, too, the keys to the game are brought to you by Papa and Path of Play. Mike Primo up in Toronto doing wonderful things with his charity. So, please check out his website, pathofplay.com. Org. Sorry, I apologize, Michael.
So today we have a throwback game from last year. Last year, this game was in the main bank and played just as mean as it is today.
It is brutal. This game is being
man.
brutal. The scores on this game were horrendous.
Anytime I've played this game, my scores are horrendous, too. So
It
I
is
don't
a
feel
very
left out.
low-scoring game.
Oh, yes.
It can be big from what I understand.
Not the way we play it.
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
of us at this
no.
table. No.
Maybe Lewis, because Lewis knows every rule imaginable on Earth. Maybe he knows how to score points, besides the key to the game.
Ah, man.
Oh.
That's what happens a lot
Yeah.
on Rolling Stones. If you miss a shot, the game will punish you. And she actually shot a Rockstar target, and it went out.
I was just going to say, the Rockstar targets are the stand-ups, right?
Yes, the
Okay.
blinking star stand-ups.
Yeah, and those are the ones that, they look real pretty, and you want to hit them, and they're going to do stuff, but then you find out after you shoot it, it was probably not a good idea.
Just to give you guys an idea of what this game has looked like this weekend, Amy, who's playing right now, had the top score on this game with 37 million. Second highest score was Deborah at 15,474. Like, there's a
Big disparity.
big disparity. And Deborah's score, like, only 2 people got 15 million. Like, everybody, the average was down there at 4.5.
Well, the one thing about that, you could look at Amy's score, and 37's impressive, but then you can step up to it like she did on ball 1, hit a shot, did nothing wrong, and drain the ball out the left out lane. And, hopefully she'll be able to shake it off. So
Nice nudge for Virginia.
Beautiful nudge.
Virginia's back up here. She'll get to actually play a little bit on this game. She didn't get a chance to play very much the last game, which was unfair. But at the same time, when you're playing the old games, that sometimes does it to you.
Oh, yes. I remember last year when this was in the main bank, we have, a gauntlet of about 100, 120 players. I think the top score was something about 60, and a fairly good score was anything in the 20s.
So, like, where the outlane, I can see it now. The top outlane post is removed on the right.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's the same on the left,
Looks
underneath
like
the
it.
ramp. So, wide open outlanes. So
It's just Drain City on this.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's, so you have to be accurate. You have to be very accurate. And you can't just shoot the center ramp all day like a lot of people say, you could just shoot the center ramp. Not really.
Shout-outs to our Pittsburgh compatriot, Petey Hendricks, for being the main tournament director here and setting all these games up as brutal as they are.
I'm sure you had a little bit of a hand in that too, Lewis. You've been helping out a little bit there on that.
I
so.
did.
So take a little bit of cryptic pleasure on knowing that you contributed to the demise of several players.
Oh, I've contributed to the demise to myself, too. It's funny enough, I was trying to advocate a little more for the player, and I was even getting shot down where it was like...
You were. And one of my favorite things while you guys were setting up was to hear repeatedly, what would Doug Polka do?
Yup.
And inevitably it's, you pull out that post, you take off that rubber, you make it as hard as possible.
Yep.
So what I was going to say was it's something that I've said to him a few times. It's like, where are the pliers at?
Yeah.
And then you just get the pliers and just start removing stuff.
Yeah.
So, but, you got to make them, play tough. Doug does it fair, so.
Oh, yes.
Except when he,
Fair but mean.
when he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those things where it's like, I'm going to put a 5-second ball save on 5-second ball save on, Dracula, because you're not going to get a consistent feed. What would Doug Polka do? Remove the ball save.
Yeah.
That's right. And, no extra balls, and then just turn everything up to max.
Oh, yes.
10. So Amanda's on ball 2, and unfortunately, as I say that, she's not on ball 2. Right out lane.
Hey, Lewis, I got a question.
Shoot.
The super skill shot in this is not all that difficult to hit, but I noticed when I was playing that it'll do something else. Like if you miss that super skill shot and you just come down that orbit, you can hit it. You can backhand it. You can hit it from not just from the plunge, but it will give you the super skill shot
Oh,
if
yeah.
you
Nice
backhand
save.
it.
Yeah, the game doesn't know that you're in play yet, so if you hit it from the front, there's no extra switch for the game to know that. So it's like, all right.
But there's no switch validation because I would like hit off a sling and then hit into the super skill shot, and I would still get the super skill shot.
Yeah, you can't do that on like the newest Stern title, Iron Maiden.
Right.
Once you plunge and you miss, that's it. You're done.
Yep.
You don't get a chance at the
Nice.
super skill
Nice
shot
save.
or another skill shot at all. It's just over. There's no grace period, which is kind of refreshing with some of these games because, you know, the grace period sometimes is a little bit more than generous, and you know, you think you have a victory and then all of a sudden you don't because somebody gets a ball
Right.
saved back 10 seconds later and then to blow it up. But yeah, she's doing. Amy's doing really well controlling the ball right now. You can see the focus on her face right now. She's measuring her shots before she's taking them, trying to figure out how not to hit Mick. I'm thinking directly, just because it's not a good thing to do.
And there's Rockstar.
I was going to say, what's that flashing icon on the right side there, Lewis? And it was Rockstar right there.
Yep. She's got Rockstar. She's, I believe, either still got World Tour or it just ended. She still has her mode, Mixed Emotions playing.
Can you stack the Mick multi-ball with this mode? Or
No,
is it
you
turned
can't.
off?
Once you get one of them, it just turns off.
Okay, so you can't bring it in. It's kind of like the Iron Man thing where you can bring in
Yep.
Monger with Whiplash, but you can't reverse it.
And there goes Rockstar. It's definitely a short ball saver. There are multiple added balls if you can hit the Rockstar target again. The big one that just says Rockstar on the left.
Oh, so that's the added ball in this game? Ooh.
The added ball is the VIP, but in Rockstar specifically, you can add an infinite amount of balls for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Top of the sling and left
duck
out
for
lane.
cover.
Yeah, but that's better than her first ball. She had a little under 1 million, I think, going in the ball too.
Yeah.
But put up a solid, almost a 6 million point ball.
Decent progress towards album as well.
And Sunshine's pretty much just starting. I know she had
Sunshine's in a different group.
Oh, she's in the 4. I do that all the time when we do these broadcasts.
Pay attention,
It's
Friday.
Virginia.
She's
I
just
do.
starting up on Team 1,
Bad depth perception.
so technically you are right.
So let's see what Virginia can do. I can tell you right now that Sunshine's not going to do anything.
No, Sunshine is not on Rolling Stone.
So and again, this can go back to Elizabeth telling me to pay attention. Is there a ball save at the beginning on this?
There is not.
Okay.
There is nothing.
'Cause I was going to say, yeah, because I know normally I would try to go for the Mick on a stick during the ball save just to try to save,
Right.
embarrassment by shooting it directly. But
Yeah, but that strategy is totally not available
Goodbye.
the way that this is set up. There
Oh,
is
no.
zero ball save.
Yeah, I noticed I try, in adjusting to something like that, I try to backhand things as much as possible, because it seems like you get more of a favorable balance. And she thought that she didn't hit anything. I think it looks like she thought that she didn't qualify the playfield and let the ball drain from her flipper, and she indeed did hit something that qualified her playfield. Unfortunately for Deborah,
Probably that orbit.
her ball ended. I hate when that happens.
When you're ball in,
When my ball ends, when I
That's
think
pretty
that
miserable.
I haven't done anything to validate the playfield, and then I just want to beat myself up.
Or like a classic Gottlieb. There is no playfield validation. There is drain validation.
Yeah,
Right.
even if you don't score any points, like on one of the EMs, you don't get your ball back. It's just gone. So we got Amanda, ball 3.
Yep.
Nice tip over.
Halfway to Rockstar, 4 targets to Album. Doesn't have a rec. She has 2 more shots to start Happy, which could really drive.
Oh.
And Mick decides she's going out today.
What is happy?
Happy is the second record mode.
Okay.
If you can get a multi-ball with Happy, you can probably put up 20, 30 million with relative ease.
Really?
So how
Sounds
it
pretty
works
lucrative.
is there's the shot on the left, not the orbit, but the one next to it between the orbit and Rockstar.
Yes.
That'll be lit. Then once you hit that, you get about 5 to 10 seconds where every shot's lit like super licks, essentially.
Okay.
So you,
And she got a multi-ball going again.
yep, she's got Album.
Well, she's got Mick qualified. So you just want to shoot the lit arrows on this, and then once you complete them, then you you're super. I'm assuming.
Yeah, you shoot Mick when you shoot Mick, it lights the shot that is behind it for a double jackpot, and then when you get them all, you get a you can get a super.
Okay.
So like if she shot the left orbit, Mick spot, now the left orbit's lit for a double.
And then as far as the playfield multipliers, is it just getting the top lanes for the playfield multipliers?
Yes.
Okay. So no, those are hard, and you don't really see that happen a whole heck of a lot on this game. From what I remember is, shooting it up top isn't always like a strategy to just get the multipliers like maybe Avatar. Solid game for her, though.
Yeah.
Almost 10 million, 9.5.
And almost crash into Brian.
He deserved it.
The emotion that she showed and the enthusiasm when she's playing is pretty cool, because you can just see how competitive these ladies are when they drain the ball. They're wearing their emotions on their sleeve.
Oh, definitely. All right.
Yeah, I kicked a guy earlier, and I felt really bad about that. But, that's what you get.
That's what that blue line's there for.
Oh, yeah.
We have a blue line on the floor that extends from our booth.
He was taking the score next to me, and I kicked him anyway.
Or if you're a volunteer, you have to sign a waiver that you can get donkey kicked. There's no indemnity. So,
Yep. So Virginia has licks about ready to go. She has Rockstar 3 shots away. There definitely is some potential here. There's licks.
Hey, Lewis, what's up with the lit VIP side targets there? What does that give you?
VIP is your mystery. So as soon as you complete VIP, door opens, you get a mystery. You get some pretty cool stuff from it. Add-a-balls, add more time. This is some crazy orbit shooting right now.
Nicely done.
probably get some playfield multipliers randomly.
Right? Ooh, that pop feed can be brutal.
I looked away for a second, and Elizabeth reacted, and I was like, what happened?
That physically hurt me.
Oh, yeah.
Man, right down the middle.
I've played too much Rolling Stones. I feel for her.
But she put herself in a position, unless Deborah could do something here. Virginia put herself in a pretty good spot to get a couple points here. So.
Oh, definitely. And with a 0 on the first game, she could definitely use the points.
Right, exactly. But looks like Deborah's comboing up here.
Yeah.
Look at that. Great shooting. Oh, nice save. Trap up. Measure the next shot. Nail the ramp.
Spell rock. Get some multipliers.
So as soon as I said something,
and Mick decides it's over.
Yeah, Mick just got right in the way. She was feeling the flow on those shots, and then Mick just decided to step right in the direction of it. So, unfortunately for Deborah, she'll just have to take a point that game.
So this puts us in a very interesting situation. First of all, congratulations to Amy, who is through to the next round. But that leaves us with a very interesting 3-way tie right now, with Amanda, Virginia, and Deborah all having 2 points.
Oh, wow. When you're in.
Yep.
That makes it pretty simple.
Again, shout-outs to our sponsors. I remember last year, there weren't too many sponsors. This year, almost everybody is sponsoring this tournament. That's how awesome the Southern Fried Gaming Expo is, and that's how awesome Pinvasion is as a tournament.
Got mostly mutts. I like that.
Oh, they're the charity tournament tomorrow.
Very nice. Double Danger Pinball, Coin Taker. A Bari Game Bar from Charlotte, North Carolina. So, even, sponsors from outside the area. Fantastic. Obviously, Papa. We're up in the corner there. So, shout out to our whole crew for bringing the streaming stuff down so we can bring this wonderful event.
Speaking of Papa and all the things we do, Replay FX is right around the corner. At the end of July, I believe the 26th through the 29th. It is the world's largest game room right in the heart of Pittsburgh in the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. We've expanded the floor this year. There's about half the size that we had last year.
It's another 55,000 square feet, which is actually going to be the home for just Pinburg alone.
Yes, Pinburg gets a separate room this year.
They get their own room this year, so lots of cool things to come on the in that area. I know there's some things, obviously, we're going to leave a secret for now, but we have some really cool stuff that we're going to do in that hall to spice things up a little bit as far as visuals and things like that. So shout out to everybody involved with getting it ready, and obviously all the players who come for our tournament and anybody who buys tickets to come to Replay. We thank you. We can't thank you enough, because without you guys, we wouldn't have a show. So thanks for everybody.
So, as PD came over to announce, this train that is now a 3-way tiebreaker, essentially, is going to Wildfire.
A Stern. Old Stern.
Old Stern Wildfire.
I like Wildfire.
In Group 2, who is finishing up on Team 1, we have Maritza with 0 points, Sunshine also through to the finals right now with 8, and then Abby and Alyssa in a head-to-head matchup with 3 points apiece. Everybody's still alive in that group, so hopefully we get to see some interesting pinball on both ends.
So, I know Wildfire is it's a bonus-based game for the most part. I think there's a spinner that lights for 1,000 on that one. We have the keys of the game here, and again, they're brought to you by Papa and Path of Play. So, you want to cover the keys of the game, Elizabeth?
Sure. You have drop targets on the left that spell wild, and then they will spell fire. And once you've spelled wildfire, it will light the inner left in lane, and that'll give you your special, which is worth 100,000 points. That's huge in this game. You want to advance your bonus through various features on the playfield. If you shoot the right orbit lane, it'll advance the arrows towards the double bonus, and there's a little hole. What is that? A hole? Gobble hole? What is that?
The saucer?
Saucer.
The saucy.
Thank you.
Saucy saucer.
Saucy.
Right. So if you go up that little lane there, it will increase in value if you go up that lane, and that'll allow you to collect your bonus in that saucer. You can hit the saucer in other ways. It'll hit up off the pops, and that'll collect the other bonus that you've accumulated on the playfield. If you shoot the right orbit lane, it'll advance the arrows. It'll give you double bonus, which is that big green light in the middle that we just saw light up a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you can collect your bonus at any time from the saucer, or when you drain, you'll get your bonus, and that double bonus is huge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So when you collect in the saucer, does it it resets it back to 2,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you want to hit the lit spinner, which is just it will light up for 1,000, and then at 2,000, then at 8,000, and then 14,000, and then 20,000.
Which is really unique to the Stern machines.
It is pretty unique, yeah. And it's basically you want to hit those wildfire targets, you want to hit that spinner, and you want to collect your bonus.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, you want to keep it alive, because look at how wide those outlanes are.
Yeah, that's another one of the ones I saw, and I was like, you could drive a Mack truck through there.
Oh, yeah. I remember playing this out at Pinfest about a month ago now in Allentown, and that was essentially my strategy, was just to hold on for dear life and try not to drain. Solid first ball, though, and 90,000 will definitely get Amanda off to a good start. Set the pace for her competition. So while we have a second, do you know how the mystery bonus advance works? It's a really neat little behavior it has.
There's a mystery bonus?
So if you go out the out lane, you get 3,000 and a mystery bonus advance. The game will, for every letter you have in Wildfire, roll a number between like 0 and 3 or 0 and 8, and that's how much bonus you get. Oh.
That's a bad bounce for Amy.
So the more Wildfire letters you have, the better your mystery bonus usually is.
Who would have thought that those types of rules existed in a game like this? And how do you even know that?
I read the manual.
Oh, well, then there you go. As I said this many times on air, I don't read. So
he's illiterate.
I might be.
Hey, Lewis, what year was this game?
Oh, I don't know that one off the top of my head.
I stumped him.
You got me there. Do you know?
I don't.
I like that.
I'm asking.
He didn't read the manual.
Did read the manual, but I didn't read that part of the manual.
No, it's probably, early 80s. Maybe late 70s. I don't know if
I want to say
70s.
70s, but I'm probably
maybe
wrong.
Late 70s.
Here we go. It is 1978, October.
That.
Sheena's as old as I am.
I was 10 years old.
I
might have played it.
Still 14 years away from coming to Earth.
That was a long trip.
Are you saying you were somewhere else before Earth, Lewis?
Classified.
Yeah, he can't speak to that.
So, on the inner left in lane there, it will reset your targets.
Yes.
Ooh,
which,
that was rough.
If you don't have them all lit, it's kind of a pain.
Mm-hmm.
So that was Virginia, who was the recipient of that horrible pop bumper right down the middle.
And now we have Deborah Tallman standing up, or moving up to the plate here.
She's in the background there with the black
Yeah.
hoodie. So, again, when we have our camera situated, I always mistaken somebody for somebody else,
Oh, yes.
as I did earlier. So, we'll see what Deborah's strategy is going to be. Obviously
Survive.
surviving. I was just going to say, obviously surviving, because it's the first couple, besides the first ball, and there's that outlane. And again, you can see the holes where the posts used to be,
Right.
and now they're sitting in the coin box, causing all kind of pain and distress for our competitors.
They rattle around to remind you they don't exist.
Amanda, player one, she had a great first ball. So she had 98 or 96, sorry.
96.
Let's see if she can build upon that.
It's really easy to hit that right inner orbit up at the top there, but it's really hard to get it to collect the bonus. Like, it's just there's speed that you hit, the speed that it goes up there with. It will just blow right past that saucer and make it really difficult for you to collect your bonus if you're just going through the lane.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Stern Magic at all, it's basically a reverse of the way that's set up. It has an outlane where there's an orbit where there's a spinner. On that game, it's on the left side of the playfield, and the saucer is exactly the same place, but on the opposite side. And you generally will get that collect bonus by just hitting the pop bumpers.
And that's another thing with Wildfire. Those little red slings tend to throw balls in weird ways, and Amanda found out the hard way. It goes right down the center sometimes.
You have to be on your toes with those because they're not slingshots. They're just they're just lane guides with rubber on them.
Yep.
And if you don't get used to that quickly, you're going to have some pretty quick games. And the one other thing I love about these old Sterns is the slingshots that are like halfway up the playfield. So they're not traditionally down where they're normally at. They're on the side there. You saw them swing there a couple times. And I think it makes for a unique experience with pinball.
All right, Virginia is stepping up now. She's got some work to do to catch Amanda. Remember that it's right now between Amanda, Virginia, and Deborah to find out who gets the second ticket into the finals. Amy Kesting, by winning 2 games, is already through.
Yeah, if I was Amanda, I'd feel confident, but at the same time, all these competitors are here for a reason, and there's never a safe lead.
Oh, no, especially on Wildfire. Games can blow up quickly since we have a Stern Special in play.
Power in lane there. Survived that. Let's see if she goes right orbit. I think she's going to try to go right orbit, or she went for targets over there.
She just bounced off that little, the little advanced
Nice
bonus
save.
insert on the playfield there. Game's been playing floaty because of those two
The little
bits.
rollovers.
Yeah.
I forgot they were even there. Those do get in the way, and they changed the trajectory of the ball, too. So,
Right.
so Virginia with 93 on her second ball. So she's in striking distance of Amanda right now. And I'm sure there's with Amy playing, I think there's probably nothing more that she'd like to just come through here and win every game. That's a badge of honor for anybody to come in and get a perfect round. So
12ing out any round is amazing.
yeah, especially in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. I've had the honor of doing it once in Cleveland Classics last year, and it's a really good feeling when you 12 out a round.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you can't get too overconfident because then the next round you can come back and get 0 points.
And that's Deborah with
That's
77.
basically what I got handed.
She's right on their tails, too.
Oh, yes. We have a tight game right now. Amanda Broyles is currently the leader going into this last ball for that last ticket. Amy Kesting, trying to work her way towards a 12, is in last place right now, but it is Wildfire. And
and there was those inserts that Elizabeth was speaking about. The trajectory of the ball was going one way, and then it decided to hit that insert and started going a little bit crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Almost
just
got
right
the scoop.
past her bonus collect.
Almost got the scoop.
Ah.
Right down the middle.
Right down the center.
And nothing to be ashamed of. That's a pretty solid game for Amanda.
Yeah.
I know her first game, she had a little bit of a rough time of it, and there goes another right down the middle drain. There's nothing you can do about it on these old games, too. Like, you'll watch people play modern games. They could do a slide save or do some type of different recovery tactics. But on these games, you slide the game, you're tilting, and that's the end of that.
No dangers here.
Oh, that was a nice
that was
nudge.
a beautiful wiggle that leads to a drain. And that's the other thing with how these posts are. It's a 1, 2, 3, done.
And it's horrible to see because you see somebody make a skillful nudge or a skillful save, and then they're rewarded by that.
All right, so Virginia needs to pass 158.650 in order to make her way into the finals.
Oh.
We will not have the 12 out from Amy, but now we get into the interesting end of this game.
We got Pete Hendricks behind us watching his wife. I'm sure he's probably, he's not going to go over and, I'm sure she gave him words of encouragement.
That was pretty impressive.
That was a beautiful
120. She's at 18 bonus.
That's a collect.
But
look at that.
It resets though, so she's back to 2.
It does.
So if it carried over, she would, would be okay. So let's wait and see how she does. There she goes, traps up.
Yep.
Measures her shot. She's been hitting that spinner pretty regularly.
There's a saucer. That'll get her a few points.
Saucy, she got 6,000. So right now, as long as she doesn't tilt, she's going to be in the lead.
And
there she goes.
She got her double bonus, which now gets paid 5 times because this is ball 3.
Very nice ball by Virginia.
Very nice ball by Virginia there. That's going to be a new gauntlet thrown down for Deborah. Deborah stepping up to her ball 3 now needs to pass Virginia to make it to the finals.
Her bonus just stopped.
I was just going to say, I liked how whenever the graphic came up for the players, it was counting, and then when it came back, it was still counting.
Yeah.
Oh, fumble.
Oof. So that's going to be the end of this group's first round, with Amy Kesting going through with 8 points, Virginia Hendricks going through with 6, and going home is Amanda Broyles with 4 and Deborah Tallman with 3.
So Amanda's just staying here. She's home.
Yeah, she's got to get back to work now.
Yeah, she's gonna go back to the front desk. Go from playing back to work. So once again, shout out to our sponsors: Titan Pinball, Portal Pinball, Safe Point Video Games.
Got a Double Danger Pinball. You haven't mentioned them.
Hi guys.
Hello again.
Once again, I'm Fred Cochran, and to my left is Elizabeth Cromwell, and to my right is Lewis Bevins, and we are streaming here from the Southern Fried Gaming Expo here in Atlanta, Georgia. We're currently watching. We're going to be starting to watch the second round here shortly of the women's finals. And Elizabeth, can you remind me again what we are playing for?
$460 is the number 1 first place prize. That and a plaque and some swag, but
and bragging rights.
And bragging rights.
And those are important.
And Virginia won last year, right?
Yes, she is the defending champion, and she is going to take another stab at the title.
Yeah, she just got through. She advances. We're waiting for the Group 2 to finish up on Rolling Stones.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody who made it through to the finals is walking away with something. Places 5 through 8 are walking home with $25.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Buy me a
it's
pizza.
Nothing to sneeze at.
Buy me a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Amy Kesting, by being first place, like she was the top qualifier, she gets an extra $50. So drinks are on her later.
Sweet.
And if for any reason her or her husband with Portal Pinball wanted to advertise on Papa TV with some of that money, they can. Over 3 million views on the Papa TV YouTube channel, which I'm probably a few thousand of just from watching all the tutorials and footage. Our videos have accumulated over 26,800 and some days minutes of views. You can reach your target audience with pinball, arcade, and all the fun we do. Competitive rates are available for your business or event, and we even have advertising spots still available for Pinburg. So if you want to advertise your company or your event, contact sales@pop.org for details.
Thanks, Lewis.
You're welcome.
I've said this a million times about you. You are like the public service guru.
Yeah.
I have to be honest. I suck at doing public service announcements. You are like the master. And I would absolutely have you make announcements for a company if I were to have one.
Thank you, Fred.
But I don't. Well, no problem. So as we can see, the the qualifying that took place yesterday and earlier today, Amy was in first, and she, decided that she wanted to keep on playing pinball. So first 2 games she won. She moved through. Maritza, we're still waiting to see results, I think, on those groups here. I think we're getting updated actually right now.
Yeah, we just did Abby and Sunshine advance. So it's going to be Abby, Sunshine, Amy, and Virginia in round 2.
And it looks like Sunshine did pull off the perfect 12 with her game 3 on Rolling Stones.
Yeah, Sunshine from New York makes almost all the competitive events that we show up at. And, we were in New York. She was there. We're in Georgia. She's here. She'll be back in Pittsburgh in July for Pinburgh probably. Probably in Buffalo in August when we go there, and Cleveland in September, and all those fun places. So,
is she from New York? I thought she was from the South.
I thought she was from New York.
She is from the South. I forget.
She's from Georgia, I thought.
It's
so
either
I'm wrong.
that or one of the Carolinas. I forget. I'll have to ask her later.
So I think you were just confusing Sunshine
Sunshine
Laundromat with
Laundromat.
Sunshine Bond.
I
Yes.
probably am. It's just like I'm confusing everybody that's in the foreground that's actually playing in the background. So once again, I'm terrible.
Brad is just kind of the minister of disinformation over here.
Hey, listen, I am the fountain of misinformation. Thank you very much, as they used to call it in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm okay. You guys can make fun of me, and I'll just take it with a grain of salt and move on.
So we're going to actually hop over to Team 1 here.
Again,
Game 1, Team 1.
We're
That
playing
just seems to be
soccer.
the trend here.
So and let me just apologize to Sunshine for saying she's from New York. Not that New York's not awesome, because it is, but that's not where she lives.
no, it's not.
All right, so Amy's back up on Team 1.
Yep.
Obviously very comfortable with this game, as witnessed by her qualifying score during qualifying, and what she did in the first game, which was put up 40 or 50,000?
320,000.
So there you go. So she feels very comfortable in this game, and unfortunately right down the middle.
Yep.
But
she does have
4 left.
an important plunge here. The 1 lane is lit up top if she can get that, and the 5 and the 6, and she's right back at her WoW attack again, like we saw last game. Oop. And it finds an out lane.
I'm pretty sure those outlanes are magnetized.
I know.
I blame Doug.
I know. Originally, when we were going through these games, there was supposed to be a Powerball in this. The game was supplied to us with a Powerball.
I saw that, and what was going on with that?
That's how the game was brought in. We've had all these games sourced from the community, and the guy who brought it in had a Powerball in it. It's white. It looks like a soccer ball. Makes sense. But after, I believe, discussion, or when Virginia found out, after she discussed it with PD with some choice words, we
that was a great
replaced
save.
it with a metal pinball.
Yeah, if we get a chance to see that again, that save that she just made on the out lane, it was against the wall, and she actually nudged the game off the wall and put the ball back into play. It was well done by Amy.
Yeah, there was a beautiful smack off the wood, and that's a really satisfying thing on these games.
But the cruel thing about this game is that she got 320,000 last game and ends up with 43,000. So these old games, as you'll hear a lot of times, players will say it's a great equalizer, and it is, because you could feel super confident on something, and then the game reminds you who's boss. So we got Sunshine, not from New York, up now. And she'll be starting her game.
Yep, Sunshine played this last round and did win on Team 1, so she's also very familiar with this. We don't know her score off the top of our heads, but I believe it should be recorded somewhere.
Indeed it is, Lewis. Let me look that up for you.
Oh, sweet.
Technology. I like it.
Technology.
I like technology. And if we get...
This is a huge start to the game, just from 1 through 6. She's got 1 left, and she's ready to go ahead and shoot some wows.
So in round 1, Sunshine on Team 1 put up 236,600.
Wow.
Which is, I
Good.
mean, that's huge.
It's good. Yeah, she's going to set the pace here. A couple great saves by Sunshine
That was
early
a
on.
beautiful dig there, just right off the tip of both flippers, gently into the 6 lane.
Yeah, Sunshine, controlled player. She tries to measure her shots. If she gets a chance to trap up, she will, and then figure out what she wants to do next. You know, the hard part is getting the ball under control in these old ones. It's not easy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yep.
With the Gottliebs, too, if you look at the flipper gap on the old games, if we get to play Stern Rolling Stones again, the flipper gap is wider on this game than it is on Rolling Stones. And a lot of the way the old games were, they had a wider flipper gap on most of the Gottliebs. So you have to adjust as you play.
Big plunge potentially here from Sunshine. She will not get the one, but I think from what I've been seeing, she's actually trying to shoot that one lane so she can get her wows lit. I noticed a lot of shots on the left that were definitely not going for that last drop target. And just like Abracadabra, you can shoot up into the lanes.
Lewis, is there any rhyme or reason to how the soccer balls choose to light up and set up your 5,000 point drop target?
They move every time you hit a pop bumper.
Right, but is there any... there's no pattern that I can discern. It's not like 1, 2, 3, 4. It just seems to be pretty random.
Yeah, they actually go up and down in lines. So the right side... Let's see right now. So the right side and the left side just go upwards. So it'll go to the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then cycle back to the first.
Okay.
So has she rolled it yet? No,
she
or no?
She has not rolled it
okay,
yet. She still is waiting on the one.
Oh! Almost nailed it.
Almost nailed it. But she has now got the 50,000 lit on the center.
Oh.
And finds a pop bumper to the drain.
She made a few nice saves during that ball, though, that she earned whatever points she got from that, because there was at least a couple slap saves that she made that were fantastic.
Well, now she's on ball 5, so now is the time to cash out everything you have and run to the exit. So top priority right now is probably to get that wow target in the center. Ouch.
So we've had two players that actually did several hundred thousand points on this game,
and they both are just they didn't even reach 100,000.
Right. So again, these games remind you who's boss. You may think that you can get a couple 100,000 here and there, but ends up hurting you in the end.
All right, and next stepping up is Abby Terhune. I actually have never met her. Do you guys know anything about her?
I do not.
She was delightful in the elevator this morning.
She's delightful in the elevator.
Delightful in the elevator.
Yep. That's the first time I met her.
So I wonder if she's listening to elevator music.
Who would do that, Fred?
I don't know. Somebody who composes elevator music? I don't know. I don't know if anybody would like.
Fair point.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody actually does that on purpose, but somebody has to do it. Maybe Yanni or something. I don't know. So what? Can we pull up what Abby's qualifying score was on this during her qualifying rounds? Let's see what Abby put up here, so we can kind of get a benchmark of where she's at.
Yeah,
obviously, she's in the final, so
Abby on Team 1 in her last round, she put up 81,800. So that would put her just behind what Sunshine put up this round.
Okay.
But she's here on ball 2. She seems to be going into it pretty strong.
She's already gotten the 1 and 4 targets. She's got the 5. The other thing with this game with the numbers is 2 and 3. If you get one of them, you get credit for both. So as long as she can plunge towards the center, she'll be able to get them both on her next ball.
And that's where the adjustment comes in, right? What she just did. She knew if she didn't flip while that ball was in the air, it was going to go down the middle. So she flipped as quickly as she could, and then actually made the save into the right flipper instead of going down the middle. She looks like ball 2. Sorry, Lewis, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. I was just saying it was a solid ball 2.
Yeah, it looks like she likes to control the game. You can just see the way she plays.
Oh, and there she goes.
Yep.
2 and 3.
2 and 3. Now all she needs is the 6, which you can get through that lane or from the target behind the upper right drop target.
And if you want to follow,
or you could do it that way, which
nicely
was
done.
brilliant.
Obviously, you can follow along with our coverage here, but if you want to see on your phone or if you're out or whatever, You can see on the bottom of the screen there, neverdrains.com/PV5 for standings to follow along if you're unable to watch. Hopefully you're watching us,
Yep.
but to see and root for your favorite player.
And with that one drop target, Abby takes a commanding lead up to 112,000. And now she's got all 10 down, which means the center wow is ready for another 50.
We're going, wow. I want to see it. I haven't seen anybody hit it yet, and I'd like to see that score go from 116 to 156. Or 66, I guess it would be. I'm not good at math either. But that's okay.
That's the interesting thing with these Add-A-Ball games. They didn't want to call it Add-A-Ball, so they started calling it silly things like wow.
That's okay. It's better than M-ball.
M-ball. Hey, I mean, you can't. Multi-ball was trademarked at the time.
I guess, but M-ball, yeah, I'm not sure. I tell somebody I'm in M-ball, they're going to be like, what are you talking about?
M-ball.
So, did she just, yep, she just hit her
There's
50.
a double knock.
Yep, so she's
So
at
that'll
two,
be
She's at
100,000.
200,000 now.
My goodness. That got, that escalated pretty quickly. What a great ball.
So she will take 235, 950. And now the defending champion, Virginia Hendricks, steps up to the plate.
She's got a little bit of a hill to climb, but obviously she's a returning champion, so she has the skills to do it.
Yep, and
So Virginia had basically 5 house balls last round, and she put up, what am I looking at here? 24,200.
Wow, that's crazy.
That was not fair.
And evil.
Yeah.
So there goes her first ball, unfortunately, with 4,000. So
But on Team 1 during qualifying, she put up 271. So she knows how to play this game. This game is just very, very mean.
yeah, it's not allowing her to play.
It is not.
question from the chat. Zach AJ asks, why didn't they want to call it Add-A-Ball? And to be completely honest, I'm not sure. Maybe it was just a marketing decision. Like,
Was
you know
that
what?
not in the manual?
It was not in the manual.
So that's if I'm just doing it from a perspective of what the words are, would you rather see Add-A-Ball or wow? What's going to get people more excited? Probably wow. So maybe they went that route. I could be totally wrong, though.
Even
No.
Stern did that in
Yeah.
the 80s. If you look at Meteor, there's wow
Targets.
targets.
All right, let's see if she can up. She didn't get the one, so
Yep, she's
Nope.
sitting on ball 4 right now. Few numbers away, but
get away from there.
if she could just either get some numbers or knock down some drop targets, she can get herself a fair second place.
All right, got control.
least.
Shooting some targets.
Nice.
Slow it down. Just take
Yep.
time.
Roll into
There's
the
her
6.
And now she's methodically doing some things. Got another target.
That's the
There.
left side done. Now she has 2 left on the right. That second and fourth target.
Playing it smart. Every time she gets a chance to control, she's definitely grabbing it. Great patience by Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
Nice nudge. Oh,
Ooh.
that was
So
fantastic.
she's already pushed herself up into second place.
Yes. And with that one flip, she did get herself the 5. So all she needs right now is the 1 to start the wow
Nice
phase.
tip over. That was beautiful.
Oh, that was some beautiful
Nice.
defense. Even defending it from that pop bumper.
There's a shot to the top. We haven't seen very many of those.
Oh, no. They're doable. And
They're not super easy. Those pop bumpers tend to get in the way.
with
Nope.
Oop.
Oh.
She has 1 ball. She is currently 2,000 points behind Sunshine Bond at 82.30. So let's see what Virginia gets
Trying to
here.
nudge over to that one.
And credit to
Gets
Virginia for exhibiting patience because her first 3 balls were awful. The game didn't let her play at all, and then she came back and put up like basically 70,000 on that ball.
About so. And with those pop
So
bumpers,
she's now in
moved into
first
second.
place.
So now she's got the 150,000 point mountain to climb against Abby.
Nice.
But she does have that 1 that she could still go for, and 3 drop targets left to light the center wow. And if she gets the center wow, this becomes a very close game.
So what's the center wow? Is that different?
The center wow is when you get all 10 down, it resets all the drop targets, pays you 50,000 points, and then pays you a wow. So that's
Wow.
actually, if you complete them all and shoot that center, 100,000 points.
There it is.
And there's that nice wow.
Oh, man.
That goes down the middle.
She had it lit, too. But that was a great comeback. 2 balls, basically. She had a ridiculous amount of points. That was fantastic. And there's her accuracy. And then she's like, yeah, I got it lit. And then
Boink.
the game reminds her, no, you don't have it.
Yeah.
And it's just the nature. And she walks away like a great, confidence on her face that she knows she did well with those last 2 balls. And that's the thing. You gotta overcome those mental obstacles. Like I said, she could have packed it up after the first 3 balls and been mad or, been upset the way things went. But then she came back and crushed it.
Oh, yes. Once again, thanks to all of our lovely sponsors at the Southern Fried Gaming Expo, contributing money, resources, swag to this great Pinvasion 5 tournament. Thanks again to the rest of the Papa crew here that's been happy enough to come down and expand our broadcast. Last year it was an in-house thing with just a few camera rigs and me propping my legs up for 5 hours, Bob Rossing qualifying. And this year we have the full Papa production suite.
Sweet.
Oh, and we went back to Rolling Stone. Nobody has chosen Firepower 2. Why is that?
Fireball 2, I don't know why people aren't choosing Fireball 2.
Because they removed the post rubbers on the out lanes, and that game's probably evil and hungry.
Well, they removed the posts on everything. Like, every game is missing its post out lanes.
But I'm not sure, because I remember when they said they were going to put that game in, and I was like, you guys probably need to pull the rubbers off the out lanes because it's a long-playing game. But I don't know what else they did to it, so if anything.
Yeah, I wasn't personally there to set up that game, but
you take no responsibility?
I take no responsibility.
No, you're guilty by association, okay?
Yeah.
So there you go.
I can imagine. But right now, we've got Amy Kesting going to town on the combos feature, which is those guitar targets on the right. If you complete those, you could see some shots lit, and you're just shooting combos.
Oh. And there's weird trajectories on this game, too. You would think a ball that's going to be kind of by the orbit would not end up going straight down the out lane.
Right.
So there's you see the way the targets fade out as opposed to in, like on a lot of games. There's and the out lanes being removed essentially by Doug Polka and his pliers.
It's a great band name.
That's what Doug Polka and his pliers.
Doug Polka and the pliers.
Yeah. So. And Sunshine with a great
Nice.
save. It looked like it was going out.
I did too.
Yeah, she's definitely been giving it a good fight to get to this point. Now let's see what she does. Yep, goes for the center.
I've seen Sunshine play more moderns than classics, and I know she's very comfortable with these modern games. So, and she's very accurate.
She is one shot from licks now.
Yep, as witnessed by the few combo shots she just made. Yep, trap up, control, center ramp probably, I'd guess.
Yep, start licks.
There you go.
Now start shooting shots.
And
Keep
Mick
hitting Mick on accident because
and
nobody
that
should be
sounds
aiming
about
for him.
right, and I think she was just like, again, if you get comfortable with the shots you're making, he just ends up getting in the way somehow. It just happens. And like I said, you just kind of don't see him, which is weird to say, but
oh yes,
he becomes invisible.
That's a very brutal way to drain, though. You get your licks mode started, you're ready to score, and then Mick decides he's going to send you out the left out lane.
All right, so we got Abby up here. This is her first ball. She won the first game on
Team 1.
On Team 1. I keep on wanting to call a top score. Thank you, Elizabeth.
You're welcome.
So Team 1. I'm going to write that down.
Are you still used to
Team?
What was that? New York? They had that in
1. No, you know what? I don't even know why I'm doing it, Lewis. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just happening. So
I
and
remember.
that was a great
nice
save.
nudge.
Oh, and
again, great nudge to save the ball in the out lane, and rewarded by terrible. Watch.
Yeah, it's
maybe.
We'll see it a little bit here. Get to see the long
there
version.
It goes. And
there's
look
the
at that!
nudge.
Look at that nudge.
And Mick launched it over there.
And then it just.
Then she missed the ramp and got punished for it.
Mick's a jerk. He just pushed the ball and threw it to the out lane.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Mick can be really nice and keep balls from going down the center, or Mick can toss you to the out lane.
You know what the other thing that's kind of insulting, too, is you see him right on the play field there in the middle. He's, like, taunting you, saying, I'm going to throw your ball out, and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, and it's the it's one of those great pictures of Mick with the puckered lips. He's just like, ooh, I'm going to throw your ball out.
That's Mick.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say it for...
And
oh, my God.
Mick didn't even have to throw that one out.
No.
Pops
like,
did it for her.
This game is very, very brutal. This game is incredibly
Look at that.
hard.
Right
Yeah.
out of a regular
Yeah.
feed, and just gone.
Because there's no post.
Like I said,
There's nothing there to help you.
And look, like those red flashing arrows there, almost look like it's just pointing to the out lane where your ball's going to go.
It is actually pointing
Yeah,
at the
it's
outlane.
just showing you where your ball's going to go eventually.
Yeah, I'm looking at the bottom rubber for the pop bumper area. It just slid down off of that, and naturally that's going to slide into the out lane. This game was just engineered to be torturous.
So we're going to see if, oh man, no ball save. We want to thank Carl D'Angelo for providing the software, the Never Drain software that is so commonly used in the pinball community. So big shout out to Carl. Thank you very much.
Yep. We use Never Drains down here to run the tournament. We've got all the Never Drains finals widgets. You can see here the current game order.
A picture of our competitors.
Oh,
and
beautiful pictures.
And they're all having fun with it.
Everybody, they provided props when we were taking pictures, and everybody chose either this little unicorn or Doug's head on a stick, which I'm so glad that hasn't aged or died.
Oh.
That is an ongoing thing.
Doug is eternal with the stick. It's just, there he is.
Oh, outlane.
My goal is definitely to
My
make
God.
finals just so I can get my picture up there, because I have I got a picture taken. Amanda and Virginia look at each other, look at the picture, and look at me and go, that's perfect. I didn't even get to see it until a scorekeeper showed me it, and it's interesting, to say the least.
Sunshine, just that says it all. The way she walked away just says it all. Like, she made a shot, and then it hit off the wall and just decided to rock it to the outlane.
Like, she stood there for a minute before she plunged. She was looking at the play field. She was being very thoughtful in her choices of what she was going to aim for, and the game was just like, no, denied.
No, you will
Think
not.
about your drain.
I want to see your reaction when the ball goes right down the middle. So again, Abby, she's in the driver's seat right now with 4 points.
Yep, and she's got mixed emotions, the first record mode.
I have mixed emotions about this game.
I think a lot of people do.
I don't have any mixed emotions. I don't like playing it.
I have been... It served me well last year here. I've been snake bit by it a few times in Pittsburgh tournaments.
I like the forward ramp, the one that she just shot. I
Yeah.
like that. I think that's, kind of unique. That's not something you see every day. It's obscuring the pop bumpers and the rollovers back there, which is an interesting design choice, and it's something that makes you think and makes you change your stance in order to see it, unless you're 9 feet tall like Fred. And it's interesting, but I don't have fun with it.
Mick ruins it all. Look at him right now. He's just running amok.
Dancing.
Look at him.
He just drank a couple cases of Monster, I'm pretty sure,
He
because
got
he's just
into-
bouncing
he
around
got
like a
into
maniac.
Keith's stash there,
Yeah.
and now he's just running across the stage like a madman. Oh, look at that pop he gave.
Oh, and he kicked it right to a flipper, which is very nice for how Mick can treat people.
And I tell you what, she hit the last note to the right, didn't get credit for it, then hit it again and then got it. She's got one more for the multi-ball.
Yep.
So we'll see if we're going to.
She's right now in that big buck hunter mode where half the time it's on the
Nice.
arrow, and the other half of the time it's just standing out in the middle of nowhere.
Nice live backhand shot to start album multi-ball. So Abby is definitely going to put pressure on the competitors because she was already up, with 4 points. But now that she's got, 7 million and counting.
And that's multi-ball.
Yeah. Wow. That's it?
That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
And there she
there's
is.
And
the
that's
rest
the
of
ball because those pop bumpers.
So I think I jinxed her. I apologize.
Yeah,
Abby,
Fred.
when you rewatch this, I thought that, you were going to be making some stuff happen, and then the game again rewinded you.
I mean, she had a great ball. Let's not
sure.
take that away. But that was a great ball, and
I ruined
then
it.
Fred ruined it.
Yeah, I did. That's what I do. That's why I keep on coming back. I just ruin everything. That's okay. So Virginia, She had a 2 in her first game. So she's looking to try to get something going here.
Yep.
She had $2 million on her first ball.
She has her record ready to go, and
Nice
she's
nudge.
very close to licks. There's mixed emotions. How everybody feels about this game.
I haven't watched Virginia compete in a long time, but I can tell you her skills, nudging, and just her confidence with controlling the ball and everything like that have definitely improved.
Oh, you should have been down here last year when she won. It was an amazing experience. Because I don't think she had ever won a tournament up to that point, and having your first one be the Pinvasion 4 women's is pretty
nice
Nice
impressive.
save.
Oh, that was a
Oh.
and it rolls in.
Little out lane luck.
She's got some mixed emotions. She's got some licks. Added time, which is huge, especially considering both of these modes are valuable.
So she's looking what she wants to do. She wants to shoot up the center, maybe. That's
and
what it looked
gets
like.
denied.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
gets that back
nice.
in.
It was just hanging up on the pin there.
Yeah, she's been getting a lot of saves on pins and needles.
Okay.
Oh.
Big buck time.
So yeah, I was gonna say she's hitting Mick not on purpose, but she's actually one shot away from her multi-ball.
Yes, and
Oh.
And that's what happens.
So that's gonna sting.
That was a great ball. She started out with
Oh,
less
yeah.
than $1 million.
Oh yes. Yeah, there
Oh.
was some big opportunities on the plate there, and she still has that multi-ball ready to go.
I can't repeat on TV what she just said when she's talking to the game, but anybody that read lips, maybe you can figure it out.
Look, what is said between you and the game is between you and the game.
That's right. All right, so we got Amy.
Amy's trying to come back.
She's had a 0 in her first game.
Oh, and I think Mick just saved her there from a house ball.
Mick is usually not saving you, and usually
Yeah,
great
nice.
save.
Yeah, that ball was seemed like on a collision course to go down the center, and he kicked it.
All right, let's see if she could just get a multi-ball going here.
Yep. She's going to trap up, wait for... Oh, she might
No.
go for the record to stack that in. That would be a wise call here. And finds the center.
So if player 2 that has less than stellar ball, she may be able to salvage a point out of this. But after going through the first round with 2 victories in the first 2 games, she now finds herself in a situation where she might be out after 2 games.
Mm-hmm. Sunshine Bond steps up. Lands her super skill shot, which will get her pretty close.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Let's see the
600,000.
feed.
That's a smart play by her. She knew that what it was going to give her, and she made the shot.
Oh, there we go.
There she
Wipe
goes.
that
She-
sweat off your brow.
Just to say, that was a pretty dangerous chill there.
This is the great thing about watching Sunshine. She is she's thoughtful. She pauses.
Yep.
She thinks about what she's going to do.
Oh, good save.
Yep.
She's got great control.
Oh,
Look at that.
That's a
She's
dig.
danger. She's still up. She just passed her.
Yep, she's got herself at least a point now.
At least a point. So, but she's not going to be satisfied with that, certainly.
Oh no, she's gonna go
It's-
for a
oh,
win or
nice.
bust right now.
A nice nudge.
2 targets to Rockstar.
Oh, went for the tip over, made it work, and then
and
unfortunately
an outlane.
outlane again. She made a nice tip over with the ball right here. A little too hard though. Got it into the sling, and then when you hit slings, that's usually bad news.
Oh yes. So now you have Abby Terhune standing up.
So
She's-
Sunshine, she gets 1 point. She's procured 1 point in this round.
So that is unfortunately going to eliminate both Abby and Sunshine from being able to win this. Now it's a matter of,
It's between Abby and Virginia.
yeah. Will this be a 6-6 going into Game 3, or will Abby have the 4-point advantage and just need to not come last?
Look at those ramps, man. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Just ramp all day.
Unfortunately, that won't get you any credit after your first licks.
Right.
But it's still pretty awesome to watch.
Oh,
man.
it's impressive to watch. And speaking of left ramp all day, it's happy time.
Happy time.
Happy time. Just got to shoot that one flashing pink record and
the one that Mick is.
blocking.
She's guarding.
He's like
He is-
bogarting it like it's World Cup soccer. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Get out of the way.
That's not stopping her though. She's just she's still shooting shots.
She's still shooting shots.
You know, she knows she's through, so you know why not?
Oh yeah. That Mick is definitely being defensive to that left side.
This is on a timer. Happy.
Yeah.
Like
he's a jerk.
It's good. Oh.
Ooh. She'll take a 3x bonus, and she'll take some points here. The gauntlet's been thrown down. Virginia's going to need to pass 12, 667 to make this a tie game.
Yeah, she nailed the super as well.
Yep.
She followed that pays.
Oh, wait. She actually has 2 multi-balls ready to go. She could take her pick right now and decides to take Album first. She actually has Rockstar in the bank as well, ready to go once she's done here. And she's got 1 VIP target, which she cashes for an Add-a-Ball.
So she probably, and I can't get inside her head, but the decision to get the super skill shot like Sunshine did just shows you that the players are paying attention to what their competitors are doing.
Honestly, the super skill shot was the only thing I was able to hit on this table at all.
All right, she traps up, takes a breath.
It was a short multi-ball, but she's at 8.7 now at this point.
Yep, and she's got that nice blinking Rockstar target there.
We saw what happens when it comes out of there sometimes.
Careful.
A little bit of dancing. That ball's going to go to
grab that ball.
Oh, that's a huge thing, too. Extra ball is lit. That's a few million right there for one shot.
On the ramp, on the right ramp. I don't know what the value is on this game.
Ooh! Oh!
What's her bonus? Let's get some bonus up here.
Nope, that's it.
Really close, man.
So with that, Abby will have 8. Virginia will have 4. Sunshine will have 2. And
well, looks like Amy's got 2 goose eggs there.
And Amy, who the first round wasn't doing anything, was doing no wrong. She won her first 2 games, and then
and Sunshine 12'd out.
Yeah.
Both very solid round ones, and they're finding themselves in a rough situation. And they're definitely out of the winning, but they may be able to swipe second away. Once again, thanks to all of our sponsors, including Never Drains and Carl D'Angelo, who supplied the software we're using to run the entire tournament. Once again, this is a Papa TV production. We're here at the Southern Fried Game Expo, Pinvasion 5 Women's Finals, and in a month, we have Replay FX, July 26th through the 29th. It's the world's largest arcade in Pittsburgh. Hundreds and hundreds of arcade games, console games, the Pinburg tournament, which is in its own room this year because we have expanded this entire show. Vendors, bands, as you can see, great times. If you are anywhere in the area or want to take a vacation at the end of July, we would love to have you in.
Absolutely.
And without further ado, we are going to move up to Wildfire for Game 3.
Just to kind of get on the details with Lewis, what he said, want to make sure we thank everybody who brought games and supplied games for the tournament, because obviously without games, we're sitting here talking about pinball that doesn't exist. So thanks to everyone that donated the games, hauled games. Trent Augustine brought an Iron Maiden Premium or 2 or 4 or whatever it is. He brings it in his van. So thank you to everyone who brought games and supporting competitive pinball.
So here's a little interesting tidbit that Pete Hendricks just passed over to me. He's scorekeeping over there for this finals, and he said that all 3 players deferred game choice. So Sunshine she was player 4. She got to pick the game because Amy, Virginia, and Abby all just deferred and picked position instead.
Huh.
Which is an interesting strategy in a finals.
Psychological thing? Maybe? No?
Or maybe all of these games are so awful that no one wants to play them.
Well, they have to play something. Maybe we could take it upstairs and we could pick a game up on the floor randomly. We could just pick up all the cameras and everything and go upstairs.
So that is a rule, right? Like all 4 players can defer choice, and then it is up to the tournament director to randomly select.
I would have picked Fireball.
I would have too.
I would have picked Fireball because it hasn't been on.
Nobody's played it in the finals, and I don't know why they're afraid of it when every other game is treating them like this.
Well, the devil's on the devil's on the back glass. That's kind of scary.
Yeah,
Well,
you got demons.
You've
Odin,
got Mick
Wotan.
Jagger on the other one, man. Come on.
Yeah, you got a good point there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game with 2 Odins in it.
I don't think the devil could dance like Mick Jagger, though. I think Mick Jagger's got him beat.
Probably.
Probably.
So we have our current leader, Abby, stepping up here. If she doesn't come last,
I think we got Virginia playing, man.
Oh, I guess the orders got completely tossed around.
Sorry,
then.
Louis.
Abby's
Virginia.
a lot taller.
I'm contagious, Lewis. You see, your powers of observation are now failing you because you're sitting next to me. So
God, you guys are so lucky I'm here.
we
Thank
are.
You. Thank you, Elizabeth.
We certainly are.
But Virginia needs to win this game, and then for Abby to come in last place in order to force a tiebreaker.
Power in lane there. Nice.
Otherwise, Abby will be walking away as the Pinvasion 5 champion.
Oh. Straight down the middle. And if you look, Virginia had wild and F spelled, so she was really close.
I'm sure that Amy here doesn't want to go out with zeros, so she's going to be, playing as well, as competitively as she has been. Because, like I said, she probably felt really confident after the first round, and then after having 2 unfortunate games, oh man. No, hopefully she'll be able to play a little bit on ball 2 and 3.
The way the saucers are kicking out from the top, straight down to the flippers, it's been a challenge all weekend to get it. Just like please hit a bumper. A bumper would be very useful. But if you get that center or that right saucer up top, it will just throw it straight down.
Yeah, it's almost unfair when you get punished for plunging the ball, but it does happen.
Mm-hmm. So who do we have up right now? I can't see around the... Oh, Sunshine.
This is Sunshine.
Yeah, it's Sunshine.
Yeah, I could see Sunshine's deeper stance barely around the sea of players in the main bank between us and women's.
Well, just to give anybody an idea, if they know who Chuck Jackson is, Chuck Jackson's about 6'9", and he's hard to see around. He's a big man.
Oh, definitely. So in the other half of this final game,
nice save.
There's a
Get it out
tie
of there.
right now between Amy Kesting and Sunshine Bond. Out of those two, whoever wins has the chance to, will definitely take third and may take second, depending on how this game ends up.
So, Lewis, do those saucers up top that are lit, do they reset? And if so, how do you reset them?
So the saucers up top reset when you get 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
The first time you do it, it lights the center saucer for 7,000 instead of 3. And the next time, it actually lights the special in the center saucers.
Okay.
There is a special from the saucer, too, although that's a little bit harder to get.
Oh.
Oof.
And there's
that was
those
a
slings.
great ball. That was a
solid
great
ball by Sunshine Bond there. Except the one problem is it found the outlane and rattled low enough that she couldn't make a save on it.
So, 119.
Yep. So now we have Abby stepping up as player 2.
Correct.
Carefully selects her music.
Yep. Plans out her attack here and finds the 3 and the 1.
Yep.
Almost the 2, but
She's getting very saucy up there. I had to say it. I can't help it, but she made it like 3 saucers within a couple seconds. But very saucy.
Very saucy.
Again, every time she gets a chance to control it, she can see it and anticipate it.
And that's 8,000 because, is that right? That was 8,000 she had lit?
I believe so.
So when she collected it right there.
And that'll reset the value, so she'll begin to build that again.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it as many times as you can cash in, and then obviously whatever's left over after you drain, that's what you'll get.
She has the double bonus lit now.
So right now she'd have 16. Then 92.
Mm-hmm. Looks like she is going to put herself right up front with
Nice.
Sunshine. That's a beautiful bank shot right there, and that'll cash out for a good amount of points.
Faded right into the collect.
Yep. There's the first spelling, so she has wild and the RE at the top.
It was fun. It was interesting though because the ball just kind of happened to go over there and it just was perfect in hitting that target.
Ooh.
I think she might have been able to save that with the right flipper, but it was kind of a weird feed because
Yeah.
it didn't quite go past where the spinner is and kind of kicks off that post.
Well, and you don't want to nudge too hard and end up tilting away your bonus.
All right, Virginia stepping up right now as player 3. Remember, she needs to win this game and have Abby finish in last in order to force a tiebreaker.
And Abby just said that probably, I don't want that to happen, so she put up 157 on ball 2.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Up to 157, rather.
That's a 1-2-3 right there, right off the bat.
Again, Virginia just grabbing the ball, spinner. She's been really accurate with the spinner, but she went for the targets, it looks like.
Yep, get some progress around the playfield. Got an arrow lane on the right. Got some bonus. Got some wildfire.
Yeah.
No.
I was afraid that was going to happen. Actually, it was funny because Elizabeth's sitting right next to me. When she saw it by the post and she knew what was going to happen, she nudged her right arm like she was playing the game. But it didn't help.
It didn't.
But it was pretty
My
cool to see.
psychic powers weren't fully charged.
It was cool to see you do that, though, because you knew it was coming.
This game has been playing so hard.
Oh, yeah. Deborah Tallman? Or not Deborah Tallman.
This is Amy Kesting.
Yep.
Amy Kesting. Sorry. I'm getting all my names messed up right now.
I told you, it's me. It's all me. Just say,
Yeah.
Fred, get away from me. Don't sit near me next time.
Probably.
In lane right there.
Nice.
That's good as she's getting to play the ball a little bit this time. She's had some rough luck in the last couple balls on her game, so nice. Slowed the ball down, let it get to the end of the flipper, made the shot.
She does have one more target to at least get close. I think she still is going to need that F when it comes back up to get wildfire and like that special.
I think she's going to get it. I'm confident. Nice catch. Go orbit. Nope, she's going for that collect. And right down the middle.
Finds the center.
Right down the middle, man.
Never appreciated these Sterns when I was a kid. I was a Bally Williams snob, and I never played these games. And I love the old Sterns now. They're probably my favorite old ones to play next to the Bally's, easily. Love playing them.
Yeah, we have over in the Classics banks here, we have Stars, which is hands down one of my favorite games of all time.
It was eating me for lunch this morning. I played 3 games, and for the 3 games I had a total of 65,000 points. But then I got my revenge and put up 500. So
very nice.
Take
Fred.
that, Stars.
Very nice. So we have Sunshine Bond stepping up. She is 20,000 currently off of our leader. And that actually is probably the tournament right there.
152.
That'll do it.
Very nice.
Congratulations to Abby for winning the Pinvasion 4 or Pinvasion 5 women's tournament.
Fantastic. Congratulations. She's going to select her music here like nothing's going on, and she's just going to play.
Your Virginia still has a ball to play, guys. Like, don't count her out.
With how the scoring is right now, Abby is guaranteed 1 point, so no matter what Virginia does, she can't catch Abby. So right now, we're playing for the other positions. Virginia still has to play well because she could end up in a tiebreaker or end up strictly in third. But with how the game is set up right now, Abby has won Pinvasion 5.
Yeah, she's going to try to go
She's going
orbits.
to try to go out with a bang, it looks like.
Nice tip over. Oh, there it is.
And
that's where the tip over didn't happen. It was going too fast, and then it decided to go to the outlane. So, see, there you go. Launch it right out there, and you feel terrible when you do it because you're like, I can't believe I just did that. But it happens so often.
But you needed to do something, or else that ball was going down the center. So
Virginia's up here. Let's see what Virginia can do. Again, control the ball.
Beautiful live catch right there.
Great ball control by Virginia. I've been very impressed with watching Virginia play today. Like I said, I haven't seen her play in a really long time.
Oh, yeah. Virginia always shows up at Pinvasion. It's impressive to watch. Oop. Nice control. Gets the ball. Whew. She's definitely sneaking her way up towards Sunshine to take second.
She's and right
That
out the
mystery
outline.
is going to do it. She's going to barely putt out. 154,000 will give her second.
Nice. And joining us here, we have our new champion, Abby. Hi, welcome.
Hi there. Hi there.
So, tell us about that last game you had. I mean, this has been really close. This game has not been treating anyone very kindly.
No, and I'd never played this game before this tournament, but I've been able, it's not too hard to control, so I've just been kind of working on that right orbit with the collect bonus up there, because the collect bonus is really sweet. So, oh, sorry. Yeah, so I've just been kind of aiming for that right orbit and the collect bonus, trying to get that going, to advance the bonus and collect it sometimes, and that's really helped a lot on this game. But beyond that, I don't know, I've never played in a tournament this big, so it was kind of nerve-wracking.
Oh,
but
congratulations.
Thank you. I kind of focused this last round, and
Yeah, I mean, you did really well. So where do you usually play?
I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I play at Abari Game Bar.
Okay.
I'm fortunate enough to live pretty close to that, so I can walk over a couple times a week and play. And I got hooked on pinball started going to tournaments about a year ago.
Wow.
My fiance dragged me to one, and I got hooked. It's really fun.
So are you playing better than he is? I mean, obviously you just won. You're going to walk home with $460.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, he's been doing the mains, and he's doing well, but I think he's kind of done. This is, like I said, our first time coming to one of these, and it's a lot of competition. So
It is. But you're not only going to walk home with money, you're going to walk home with some swag, and you're going to walk home with hardware. And
yes.
it is always a great thing to take that hardware and then put it in front of your significant other's hardware on the mantle. And just show dominance, because you have won this, and that's amazing.
Thank you.
So I think we just finished up. Yep. Fred, you're back. Who
Stretch my legs.
Yeah, your tree trunk legs there.
Thank you.
So look at this. Virginia comes in second place. You beat the defending champion, which is awesome. Sunshine with third. You play with Sunshine a lot in North Carolina?
Occasionally. I think she lives in Georgia now.
Does she?
But I've played a couple tournaments with her. She's very good.
But she absolutely does not live in New York.
She does not live in New York. I found that out painfully, as I said, that she was from New York about 17 times. So, again, I apologize implicitly, Sunshine. I'll never make that mistake again. It was terrible. So, but, no, congratulations. It was great to watch you play. I was commenting as I watched you play that you seem like a control player. I've never seen you play before. But you seem like you like to play with a lot of control and, shooting accurate shots and things like that. I was very impressed seeing you for a first time. So, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, again, we're going to give a shout-out to our sponsors. There's a lot of them. Southern Fried Gaming Expo, of course, Comet Pinball, Fireful Technologies, Titan Pinball, Portal Pinball, Save Point Video Games, and a number of others, including Papa, of course, that's us. But also want to give a shout-out about Replay FX. That's coming up in about a month and a half, July 26th to the 29th. Tickets are available online. Hopefully you made it in. And if you did, then you're going to have your own room this year. We're going to have a separate room for just Pinburg this year. So lots of exciting things to happen there as well. And then also, if you want to advertise on Papa TV, you can contact sales@papa.org. All the information's right on the screen there. And on probably the Papa website at this point, I'm guessing.
No.
No, not yet?
Not on my website.
Okay, so just contact sales for Papa.org if you'd like to advertise on YouTube or on Papa TV. Our YouTube channel gets tons and tons of views, as you can see on the screen there. And, it'll be going to a great cause. So what we're going to do now, we are going to wrap up our broadcast for the time being. We are going to be back this evening. Again, when we do the first round of the main division playoffs. So for myself, Elizabeth Cromwell, Abby Turkule? Turkule, okay. So I apologize for slaughtering your name. And then Lewis Bevins, who also sat by, and then Doug Polka on the production side. We will be back this evening. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you this evening. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Congratulations again.